She stepped onto the red carpet, the lights flashing wildly as her white dress clung to her newly sculpted figure, every curve gleaming in the spotlight. The cameras couldn't get enough of her. The headlines went into overdrive, and social media erupted in a whirlwind of chatter. Gayle King, legendary journalist, CBS Mornings co-anchor, best-selling author, and Oprah's closest confidant, was the embodiment of radiance at a star-studded New York City premiere. But what unfolded that night would be far more than just another glamorous appearance. This wasn't simply a night of Hollywood elegance. It was the launch of a heart-wrenching documentary about Celine Dion and her courageous battle with a rare neurological disorder. Yet, as Gayle posed for the cameras, it wasn't the powerful film that stole the spotlight. Instead, the attention of fans and reporters alike was fixed on something far more personal. Whispers spread like wildfire. Was Gayle's dramatic transformation the result of Ozempic or another weight loss drug, in light of Oprah's recent admission? The mystery was thick, and Gayle, ever the enigma, stayed silent. Her refusal to speak only heightened the intrigue, leaving the world wondering, what was behind this new version of the beloved media icon? Known for her candidness, Gayle's sudden silence felt strikingly out of character. The buzz grew louder when she appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated at 69, defying age norms and confidently posing in a swimsuit while others slowed down. "I had a cheeseburger before the shoot," she joked. But still, the question lingered. What was behind this sudden shift? Gayle had always been committed to fitness, yet something deeper, something more emotional, was clearly at play, though she wasn't ready to share. Then came May 2022, when Gayle opened up in a raw and moving essay about mental health, revealing her struggles with loss and reflecting on how we often mask our pain behind polished appearances. Her heartfelt words about Cheslie Kryst, the former Miss USA, struck a powerful chord, shining a light on the unseen battles many face. Gayle revealed a heartbreaking letter from Cheslie's mother. "Mom, you didn't do anything wrong. In fact, you did everything right." That moment exposed a rare crack in Gayle's tough exterior, offering a glimpse of the emotional journey she had been quietly enduring. As the whispers grew louder, one burning question surfaced. Was Gayle hiding her own struggles? The answer came when she revealed that Oprah had been hospitalized after a serious illness. Gayle spoke carefully, her voice betraying a deep and undeniable concern for her closest friend. It was clear, health, both physical and emotional, had become a weight she could no longer ignore. Over the following months, Gayle stepped back from the public eye, appearing less frequently but with a presence that seemed heavier, marked by a quiet strength and vulnerability. Her CBS colleagues had long praised her fitness, but by early 2024, something felt different. Gayle was quieter, more introspective, her demeanor shifting in subtle but unmistakable ways. She spoke candidly about the challenge of opening up as a public figure, her tone revealing a vulnerability that had been hidden beneath her usually polished exterior. As the whispers continued, those close to her began noticing even more changes. Longer breaks, slower movements, and a subtle wince when she stood. The shift became undeniable when Gayle took rare time off from CBS Mornings, sparking speculation that something far more significant was happening behind the scenes. The intrigue deepened when a producer shared a startling revelation. Gayle had broken down in tears during a commercial break, something that shocked those who had worked alongside her for years. Another source hinted at an unexpected medical diagnosis that Gayle wasn't yet ready to disclose. The silence surrounding her absence and the network's carefully measured response only fueled the growing speculation. What was really going on? When Gayle finally returned, her signature smile was still present, but it couldn't fully mask the unspoken weight in her eyes. Her loyal viewers noticed it too, a quiet, unrelenting determination to push through, even as something fundamental had clearly shifted. What was she really grappling with? Then came the revelation. Gayle had been diagnosed with a serious, undisclosed health condition that required immediate and profound lifestyle changes. This wasn't just a minor tweak, it was a complete overhaul. Her diet, her daily schedule, and even her future in broadcasting were all up in the air. Gayle was now facing the uncertainty of whether she could continue doing what she loved with the same energy and passion that had fueled her career for decades. Through it all, however, one thing remained unwavering: Oprah Winfrey. Their friendship, forged long before the spotlight ever found them, was never about red carpets or media glam. It began back in 1976 at WJZ-TV in Baltimore, where Gayle was a young, ambitious journalist and Oprah was already a rising star. What started as late-night chats and a shared respect for each other's paths quickly blossomed into an unbreakable bond that transcended the world of fame. As their careers skyrocketed, Oprah's into a global media empire and Gayle's into CBS morning television, they remained each other's anchor, with Oprah providing unwavering support through every milestone, challenge, and professional transition. But their connection wasn't built solely on career success. Over the years, the two women navigated divorces, public battles, and some of life's most painful moments together. Gayle's children, Kirby and Will, grew up with Oprah by their side, almost like a second mother. In turn, Gayle became the emotional bedrock for Oprah, the steady presence that kept her grounded through it all. Naturally, their closeness led to speculation. Were they more than just friends? Oprah addressed the rumors head-on in a 2010 interview with Barbara Walters, calling Gayle the sister she never had and the friend everyone deserves. When the question resurfaced in 2024, both women simply laughed it off, secure in the bond they had built over decades. Labels and opinions, they knew, weren't necessary to define their connection. Their friendship was built on trust, shared history, and quiet moments that the world never saw. So when Gayle's dramatic weight loss in 2024 caught the public's attention, rumors swirled: Ozempic, shortcuts, anything to explain the visible change. But few knew the full story. Gayle's transformation wasn't the result of fleeting trends or tabloid fodder. It was a direct consequence of her health condition, a new routine, and a reality she wasn't yet ready to fully share with the world. She didn't seek pity, just space, support, and the understanding of those closest to her. Through it all, Gayle wasn't alone. Behind every career milestone, personal shift, and public rumor, Oprah stood steadfast. For nearly 5 decades, Gayle had faced challenges with unmatched grace, humor, and a fierce dedication to her craft. But now, as both she and Oprah began to contemplate slowing down, Gayle found herself grappling with a new reality. Health had a way of asking the tough questions. What truly mattered now? What kind of legacy did she want to leave behind? As CBS faced low ratings and mounting financial pressure, Gayle continued to shine, not through exclusive interviews or tear-jerking stories, but with something unexpected. During a segment with podcast powerhouse Alex Cooper, Gayle did the unthinkable. Cooper, known for asking bold and sometimes uncomfortable questions on Call Her Daddy, was caught off guard when Gayle hit her with a provocative question about her marriage. The question was so unexpected that producers scrambled to communicate with her through her earpiece. But Gayle wasn't just causing a stir, she was making a point. This was the kind of raw, unpredictable honesty that audiences craved. She reminded CBS and everyone watching that she could seamlessly shift from intense political interviews to lighthearted, impactful moments without skipping a beat. The move wasn't an accident. It was a strategic reminder of Gayle's unmatched ability to create television that left people talking long after the credits rolled. While she charmed viewers with her wit and smile, big changes were unfolding behind the scenes. Gayle, ever the professional, was preparing for something truly extraordinary. This spring, at 70 years old, Gayle King will join Blue Origin's historic all-female crew. Alongside pop star Katy Perry, journalist Lauren Sanchez, NASA scientist Aisha Bowe, civil rights advocate Amanda Nguyen, and producer Carrie Ann Flynn, Gayle will embark on mission NS-31. They'll travel 62 miles above Earth's surface, beyond the Kármán line, into the true expanse of outer space. The crew will ascend at speeds greater than 3 times the speed of sound, unbuckle their seats, and float weightlessly before returning to Earth. This monumental leap was one no one could have predicted. The significance of Gayle's upcoming spaceflight cannot be overstated. Since Valentina Tereshkova's solo mission in 1963, no all-female crew has taken on such an audacious journey. For Gayle, this wasn't just a scientific achievement, it was deeply personal. After decades of reporting on history, Gayle was about to make history herself. She wasn't merely witnessing a monumental moment, she was becoming part of it. Gayle King's journey into space marked a personal milestone, but it wasn't the only one. Months ago, her son, William Bumpus Jr., married Elise Smith in a beautiful ceremony at Oprah Winfrey's home. Gayle, beaming with pride, shared the details on air, especially touched by her son's vows, particularly when he said, "I know the man I am, but with you, I know the man I want to be." Yet, a health diagnosis and the instability at CBS led Gayle to reconsider her future in daily broadcasting. The idea of her stepping down seemed unimaginable. After all, she had been a steady presence for over a decade, interviewing presidents and pop stars with ease. But this transition isn't about leaving, it's about evolving. Gayle is shifting from news anchor to space traveler, from reporter to proud mother-in-law, and answering the question of what kind of life she truly wants now. A life that's healthier, freer, and filled with more meaning. As Gayle prepares for her next chapter, celebrating family milestones and possibly stepping away from CBS mornings, she's showing that reinvention is not a setback, but a reward. It's about embracing something bigger, lighter, and finally allowing herself to breathe.